instructions. So what gets me really angry is when I, a person who does
Hello everyone, welcome back to a brand new video. If you do go on to enjoy today's video and want more content like this, then feel free to leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. We kick things off with a woman who is setting the record straight about something feminists always complain about. She was busy debunking some myths about the gender pay cap. She spoke at length of how the gender pay cap thing is not entirely true. She explains the reason why there is a gap, but not necessarily because of gender.
The union, President Obama said that American women are being cheated out of about a quarter of their salary, that they earn only 77 cents for every dollar a man earns. This is a massively discredited factoid. It is simply not true. The 23-cent gender pay gap is simply the difference between the average earnings of all men and women working full-time. It does not take into account differences in occupation, job tenure, hours worked per week. When all of these factors are taken into consideration, the gap narrows to the point of vanishing.
A man was debating with a feminist, and he was arguing against some statements made by someone else because he had states that suggest that those statements are untrue. The feminist tried to question his sources of information and even tried to make him look bad, but the man called her out for trying to make him look bad and question his statistics.
Well, that's interesting because you'll pick your studies and those that are in support of you will pick theirs that actually suggest profitability does increase.
I'm sorry, Fran, it doesn't. Everything that they present studies which show correlation, and correlation is not causation. It's kind of statistics 101. And it's why nobody in the world challenges our assertion which is that women do not improve corporate financial performance. And we have been challenging people for 3 years on this.
Okay, would you like to keep them out of the boardroom?
Of course not.
So what's your beef?
No, sorry, Fran. That is a shaming tactic. The idea that that I would want to keep women out of the boardroom. Why would you resort to a shaming tactic?
Well, why?
In this clip, we have Bill Burr having a little bit of a rant about feminists. He strongly hates that feminists have a really big victim mentality and thinks that they complain about everything. He states that feminists should just take initiative and start their own thing and not complain. He says all of this very bluntly.
Yeah, of course.
Some people have a hard time saying yes, though. There are a lot of angry young men on the internet that are like, women can't be fun.
Will you guys just fucking grow up and just sit down and write your own horse shit and come up with it? Start your own fucking show. Have your own award show. Quit waiting around for other people to do shit for you. That's the fucking problem. If you guys had your own big club and I was standing outside of it, you'd never let me in. I'd start my own shit. You guys got to start your own shit.
Now we have a feminist who is having a debate with an anti-feminist. The feminist asked him if he has done enough research on feminism to form the opinions on the movement. The anti-feminist gladly answered the question and really hit back at the feminist in a big way. Check this out.
What feminist philosophers and feminist writers have you read that you believe makes you a proper authority, a knowledgeable authority to represent and report on something as complicated as feminism?
Well, unfortunately for you, I've actually read everything, so that's not gonna help you. But I'm not even gonna go there because I don't think you have to read feminist philosophy to see feminism in action, right? It's a political movement.
The young feminists are back, and they were presented with a question about Hillary Clinton and how she got funding from her campaign from Saudi Arabia, a country where women are not treated too well. The answer that the feminist gave was just a whole load of nothing. She just showed that she had absolutely no idea what she was talking about.
Well, did you know that Hillary Clinton took millions of dollars from Saudi Arabia for her campaign? She raised millions of dollars for her campaign, and compared to what Donald Trump raised, like incomparable. He used the money that he raised to pay for a portrait in his home, which I think.
Now we have one of the weirdest rants that you will ever hear. This woman made a very questionable claim, saying that sex and gender are not the same. But if you thought that was weird, you will be completely shocked with what she says next. These people cannot be real. You need to hear it for yourself.
No, not every woman has a period. We all should understand that gender, sex, not the same things. They're two completely different social constructions. So what gets me really angry is when I, a person who does have a period, goes to the store to buy some hygiene products. Of course, all it says is women's hygiene or feminine hygiene.
Caitlin Bennett is at a protest asking people some questions about why they are protesting and what their thoughts and opinions are. That's all she wants, but the protesters, for some reason, do not like her and won't answer her questions. One even started insulting and touching her. It was very weird, and all Caitlin could do was laugh.
There they are touching me again. Very cool. I like your hat. That's very cute. Your button says F the NRA. Can you go more into depth about that?
You and the NRA. Off.
You're so mad. All right. Very cool. Very cool.
This feminist is complaining about the things being classified or categorized for a certain gender. She makes a whole rant about it, which is really weird, and also says it should not be the case because she says that there are so many different genders. And yes, she is being very serious about all of this.
But that's just simply not the truth. There is way more diversity out there, not to mention that there are more than 2 genders, more than 2 sexes. I just get so angry because labeling something as a woman's item is just, what? Why?
Next we have Milo, who owned this feminist. He first explained the current state of feminism and how the movement is not the same as it used to be, and that it has become really toxic and steered away from being about equality. But then he also explained his views about BLM and how it is not an effective way of dealing with the difficulty black people are dealing with in the country.
Horrible, pointless, awful war on drugs, right? Replacing, the black dad with the state, which is what Democrats have systematically tried to do to you guys for generations. And Black Lives Matter's response isn't to say, we're going to try voting for the other guys because 40 years of this hasn't worked. What we want is better schools so that a poor black child who is smart could go to Harvard. They don't do that. They cause a fuss, they block a road, and they burn their own towns down. So yeah, I agree with you that there's a problem. But I think we probably have very, very different prescriptions for that.
We end things off with someone on a show, and he was having a debate with a feminist about how there were feminists that lied about certain facts, and he came to set the record straight. More specifically on the point that the feminist said that women on the corporate boards improve profits. He came with facts and stats to back up his argument.
We have for about 18 months now been presenting prominent feminists with Lying Feminist of the Month awards. And I had the pleasure this morning of being on ITV's This Morning on the sofa with Caroline Criado Perez, who we've presented 2 awards. Well, the first one was she lied about the impact of more women on corporate boards. And
by that you mean that this claim that women on corporate boards improve profits? You don't think that's true?
Well, it's not that I don't think it is. All the evidence says that that is not so. Well, so we challenged her, and she has had no response. All the longitudinal studies that we're aware of show that women do not improve corporate financial performance. It's really clear.
Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed the video, then feel free to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more content like this and much more. Goodbye for now, and we'll see you next time.